Well, good morning, all of you beautiful people. Let me lower my face mask so that this whistle doesn't get too high. It's been a while, and I'll explain why right after we roll the intro. All right, good morning, and welcome to March 2021. It has been about 100 days, a little bit more than 100 days since we released a video, and to say the least, 2021 has been extremely eventful for us and our family. And one of the issues that we've been dealing with is my health, which is one of the things I'm here to kind of talk about. I want to kind of title this video "Riding with Health Issues" or "Riding with Heart Failure." As many of you know, I have an issue with cardiomyopathy, basically an enlargement of my heart, which has caused a history of heart failure, and I actually have a cardioverter defibrillator implanted in my chest to kind of help that sucker out. As last year waned on and we started this year, I've had a few issues that this has caused with vertigo and a couple other things. So I haven't really been able to ride, and we've been more and more focused on my health and on getting our business in line with what we want to do in the future. A lot of changes going on. And I think, that's kind of the era that we've entered business-wise, is we've entered an era of constant and complete change. We've been studying a lot of the marketing trends coming up, and some of the greater minds on marketing and connecting with an audience and building a strong engagement profile with your audience through different social media and your website. And of course, taking that into in-person interactions face-to-face. So we've been really focused on that, and I've been waiting for my health to kind of get really, really stable before I get on a bike. To me, it's one thing to risk your own, but when you're out here on the highways, if you lose complete control of a motorcycle due to a catastrophic heart failure, bad things can happen to a lot of people. It's not just you. So you don't ride out here in a vacuum. As much as we complain about the cages and stuff like that, I'm sure a motorcycle on its side at speed can do some serious damage to other people. So I do kind of want to talk about it as, today is March 7th, tomorrow is March 8th, and I turned 59 fucking years old. I've been dealing with this issue for 3 or 4 years. I don't remember the exact dates, but it's been 3 or 4 years that we've kind of had this, what I consider to be under control. And doctors did an amazing job. If any of you are having issues, I can tell you that the team at Oklahoma Heart here in Tulsa is phenomenal. And they went above and beyond to kind of give me quality of life. At one point in time, I was down to about a 15% ejection fraction. And anybody who knows anything about ejection fractions and heart failure, that's not good. And I very much felt like it was the end. This was 3 or 4 years ago. And I was fortunate enough to meet a phenomenal doctor who did some things that probably are a little bit unusual to get my ejection fraction pretty much up to normal for the most part. Most of the times I believe my heart is running fairly normal. I won't go into all the details as to what he did. But, when it comes to riding, every once in a while I want to check how am I feeling before I get on a bike. And lately I've been feeling really good, and we've been just waiting for the weather. And the last couple of days, it looks like the weather in Oklahoma has turned back to a nice late winter, early spring. And I'm happy to be out today on one of our Softails, just kind of cruising up here in northeast Oklahoma. I'm going to be passing Lake Oolagah here real soon. And kind of talk about this subject as a way to reopen our moto vlog and get content rolling again. I thought this was a good issue as riding season's kicking in. Some guys are waking up this late winter, getting ready for spring, and they're feeling their age and getting on 2 wheels versus 3 wheels or into a cage is very much on their minds. So for me, I'm not ready for a trike yet. I don't mind taking a little bit of time off of riding if I'm not feeling well before I get back on 2 wheels. But I can tell you, I hope to avoid the trike. Not that I got anything against you guys that ride trikes. Your face is in the wind and you're loving it and you're enjoying it. And I know some guys who just absolutely love their trikes. I'm not ready to give up 2 wheels. So what I'm more ready to do is to check my health and check to see, am I ready? How am I feeling? And after a few years, I hope a lot of you older guys that are going through some of this shit kind of can understand. After a few years, I know. I can tell you when I'm going to be a little bit down for a while based on just, there's a feeling you get, especially when it comes to your heart. And so my body kind of tells me when an issue's coming. So it's not like it just comes on all of a sudden or immediate. And, that's kind of where I'm at now. I know other guys out there that have real heart issues or have heart disease. You guys deal with a whole different monster because, I'm fortunate enough to have completely clear arteries, to not have any plaque buildup in my arteries or my heart. My problem is completely within the muscle itself. So, and the electronics to the muscle, but it's not in my circulation. So I'm fortunate enough to have really, really good circulation. My blood pressure runs a little bit high, but it's not crazy, ridiculous high. And for the most part, I feel like I've got a condition that's very, very controllable and very, very manageable. Now, the second part of this issue is I don't take any of the medications that they've given me, and I haven't taken them in a little while because for a long time, those medications, they messed with my lucidity. That's about the best way for me to put it is they made me feel less than alive. So I don't feel, I've never been a person who wants to live feeling less than alive. If you've watched our channel for a little while, you know that Mrs. Nutt, my wife, is a little bit younger than I am. And, I want to be alive. I want to enjoy my marriage and my relationship and my time with her. So I've opted to keep myself in as high of the highest state of lucidity that's possible. And to do that, I pretty much just do a aspirin regimen and this device on my heart, which seems to be doing a really, really good job. So, that's all very personal. And, as we kick off and you kind of get to know us, if you're new to the channel, or you guys have been around for a while, you've heard us talk somewhat about my health before. But that's been the issue coming up into this season. I think that a lot of it maybe was stress from the whole exterior forces that are going on out there right now, and my own belief that this may be a very dangerous thing that's out there. I don't believe that there's not some new different respiratory well, you know, what do you call it? A new respiratory bug or infection or virus or whatever you call it that's out there. I just don't believe that what we're being told to do is making it better. I believe that the human immune system is the absolute best defender, and I think isolating ourselves, separating ourselves, masking, all this stuff, I believe it's making our immune systems weaker, and I'm not playing that game. And again, I'm not going to live in fear. The thing that really concerns me is, as being a psychological standpoint that I hold, is when every media outlet and every source of information and all the talking heads, and more than anything, all the political authority around the world, every body that controls every country is talking in just about the same language, saying just about the same thing. That scares the hell out of me more than trying to figure out who's being reasonable and who's being unreasonable. So that's just my own nature, and that's just my own belief. But you know, I'm not one that wants to live in fear or take the fear up. I just want to be reasonable. Look at what's going on out there, and I do hope that as we're coming into March here, early March, that you and your family out there are doing great, that you're getting out to ride, and wherever you are in this crazy country, that it's thawing out, like South Texas and Northeast Oklahoma, and you're able to find some days to get out and ride your bikes and get some wind therapy and get yourself right. If you've been following us for a little while and you've been following our companies, you kind of might have realized that we have most recently kind of split off our consulting division into its own page and into its own profile, and kind of put it out to stand on its own merits. It is a very different service than helping people build performance motorcycles and performance Harley Davidsons. So you've probably seen that we renamed our main page and this YouTube channel NOA Power and Performance, and we've separated off. We've kept the logos similar in our little NOA symbol, but we've added some things to them to kind of like identify our different audiences. So for now, I do hope that everybody out there is doing well. So look, if you've enjoyed our videos and you're looking forward to seeing more, we hope to see you down the road. Do me a big favor and follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, and of course subscribe to this channel and hit that little bell. I think I'm supposed to do that earlier in the video. Hit the little bell so that you'll get alerts as we put new content up. Peace. We'll see you down the road.